Hi, it's John, and welcome to the channel 4:51 a.m. on Tuesday, January 14th with the big blue mug of coffee. Hope you're having a great day today. I certainly am, but I am feeling both optimistic and pessimistic at the same time. I'm optimistic because a couple of videos I saw yesterday, and I'm pessimistic because of the same videos I saw yesterday. So as far as the optimism goes, an interview that Premier Danielle Smith of Alberta, my premier, had with some people on the phone. It looked like she was in a hotel room, perhaps still in Florida, because she was down there talking to Donald Trump about working with the United States when it comes to our oil and gas industry. Very important. So very optimistic because she's down there speaking on behalf of my province, and I believe speaking on behalf of our country as well. Now, the other thing I saw yesterday was an interview with Kevin OLeary. Brian Lilly did a masterful job talking with Mr. Wonderful for the Toronto Sun. Link in the description. It's about 16 minutes long. OLeary pulls no punches at all. It's fantastic. Now, as far as Kevin OLeary goes, incredibly optimistic and pessimistic at the same time because of him as well. Now, I did a video a little over a month ago where I brought him up when it was talking about the Department of Government Efficiency in the United States. Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy. The video was called Mr. Polyev, Call Kevin, We Need a Department of Government Efficiency. And I had this to say about Mr. Wonderful. Really, we don't have anybody of the stature of Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. No, we do. We have Kevin OLeary, the Shark Tank guy. He's, I see him on Fox News, but he's on CNN. He does hits all over the place, business networks and whatnot. A millionaire. He's a watch guy. I'm a watch guy. Of course, he has a lot more expensive watches than me, but he's the guy that should head up the Department of Government Efficiency in Canada. So OLeary may not be leading up a Department of Government Efficiency, but at least he's out there speaking on behalf of Canada, trying to make some deals. He says in that interview that he worked with Premier Danielle Smith. They've got a $70 billion investment coming to Alberta. So that is fantastic news right now. Now, I'm very pessimistic for another reason, because these two people, OLeary and Smith, are great leaders. One is a politician, the other is a business person. But we have no leadership in this country right now. Who the hell is running our country right now? It's not Justin Trudeau. He's a lame duck. He's basically disappeared. We don't have any leadership. All we're doing is talking about leadership. And I guess I'm guilty of that because I've been talking about the Liberal leadership campaign for days now. Everybody is. What loser Liberal is going to get into the race? The names right now would be Freeland and Champagne. We got a couple of no names who have their name in for the leadership right now. And the actual leader of this country, Justin Trudeau, the lame duck, all he's doing is leading his team behind Mark Carney. The same architects of destruction are leading up a man who will just lead us farther down that road of destruction, including a guy named Gerald Butts. Watch the OLeary interview with Lilly. This is what he had to say about Gerald Butts, who is backing Mark Carney right now.
Gerald Butts, by the way, is behind Mark Carney's campaign to become the next Liberal leader.
Yeah, no, I heard that rumor, and if that's true, people should understand in Canada, Gerald Butts is Canada's Antichrist. He is Beelzebub.
Those are strong words.
No, it gets worse. He has blood on his hands because he impoverished 25% of the Canadian population. They're now living below the poverty line. He wiped out the economy of Canada. He is sheer evil. And the fact that he would come back, I mean, I've got to let every Canadian know, the only reason I'm able to bring capital back is I've told them, Trudeau's gone, Butts is gone, Liberals are gone, we're going to open the country back up. If he gets near government, the country will go bankrupt.
Unbelievable. Gerald Butts is the Antichrist. And Gerald Butts is one of the people pushing Mark Carney to be our new prime minister. You see why I feel pessimistic. Meanwhile, we've got Melanie Joly, our foreign affairs minister, threatening energy export restrictions. Energy from Alberta. Here's what Premier Danielle Smith had to say about her.
First of all, it's oil and gas is owned by the provinces, principally Alberta, and we won't stand for that. And you should never, ever threaten something you cannot do. And I would encourage the minister to look at a map of where line 5 goes. Line 5 comes down through Michigan to get to Sarnia. And then that feeds the bulk of the supply needed for Ontario and connects with line 9, which feeds the bulk of the product needed for Quebec. And so if you cut off that line, you are cutting off Ontario and Quebec. So I would encourage the ministers to either understand how our integrated pipeline system works and start looking at ways that we would be able to practically respond, because there's no point in making empty threats that cannot be executed on.
So Premier Smith is basically saying, hands off Alberta's oil. I won't put up with it. Neither will Albertans, which includes me. She says you don't understand pipelines and don't make empty threats. It was Trudeau Sr. who likened Canada to a mouse and the United States to an elephant. We're going to get stepped on in any situation like this. Meanwhile, you've got a businessman who makes quite clear in the interview with Lily, he's not speaking on behalf of the Canadian government, but he's showing some leadership. What did he tell Donald Trump about our current situation politically here and the people who are actually supposed to be speaking on behalf and leading our country?
Listen, I went down and asked Trump personally, look, cut some slack for Canada. Give us a chance. Give us a few months to elect a leader. He may not do that. I have no idea, but he understands our dilemma. We have no leadership. There's no point in negotiating with a minister who's going to get wiped out in the next election.
OLeary basically saying what everybody knows, these people are going to be shown the door. They're not going to have a job very soon. That includes Melanie Joly, our foreign affairs minister, who's going to make a mess of things if we don't have some real leadership, which we don't have right now when it comes to our federal government. Thank God we have people like Kevin OLeary and Danielle Smith speaking on behalf of Canada right now and trying to make some deals. I voted for Danielle Smith. I believe in her. I think she's a good leader. You've got the regular liberals and far leftists online totally disgusted that Kevin OLeary and Danielle Smith could be talking to Donald Trump. Their Trump derangement syndrome gets in the way every time. They'd rather have a trade war with the United States of America than try to work this thing out. What is Kevin OLeary saying about Danielle Smith?
Frankly, Danielle Smith is a very, very important person in North America. There's more oil and gas in Alberta than all of the United States. She is the trade deficit. She's way ahead of anybody else in Canada right now. She's smart to have done that. And so, you got everybody throwing barbs at Trump. They don't have a relationship with him. One day they might, but right now, she's the leader of the pack.
So OLeary is really high on Danielle Smith. She's a leader, which we need right now. Time's running out, folks. And it frightens the hell out of me because there are enough stupid people in this country that will continue to vote liberal and vote for what I call the architects of destruction. It's frightening. And that's why I have a certain amount of pessimism as well as a little bit of optimism. Thanks very much for watching the video. I do appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one.